Our next speaker is a lady from down at Morehead City, North Carolina. I've known her husband a whole lot longer than I have her. But she's been around with him quite a bit, and I know she's got to be a good woman and a good member of Alcoholics Anonymous because she's still living with him. But Jody has 31 years of sobriety, and she loves this program. She loves the way of life that it offers. And I'll give you Jody from Morehead City.
Ain't it great to be sober? My name is Jody D, and I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is July the 11th, 7/11, 1975. With the grace of God, I have not found it necessary to take a drink of alcohol since then. I love Alcoholics Anonymous. And like Wallace said, I have been all over the southeastern United States following Art around. And now it's my time. I always wanted to do this at the convention, but I didn't want to have to get old to do it. So I want you to realize that I started drinking when I was 3. I want to thank you, Wade, for your talk. It was very good. I enjoyed it very much. I want to thank the Academy. No, that's another. I want to thank the committee for inviting me to be here. I grew up in the northeastern corner of Arkansas. That's where I got this accent. I have lived in North Carolina, though, longer than I have anywhere else, so I'm a real Tar Heel. Or what's that other, a Razorback, or whatever that stuff is. I'm not too good about that. I know Patsy and Bill like the Tar Heels.
Right on.
When I got here, I really didn't know what I had gotten to. I drank too much, too long, too fast, and I did things when I drank that made absolutely no sense to anybody. You see, when I drank alcohol, it removed my conscience. That's the best way that I know to describe it. My conscience was not there. I would do anything when I was under the influence of alcohol. And I did. But I'm not going to go into a long drunk-a-log. I just wanted to qualify myself to be here. And like I said, I love the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, and without it, I wouldn't be here today. I met my present husband in Alcoholics Anonymous. Sometimes I get a little bit emotional about this program of Alcoholics Anonymous because it's given me so much. It has saved my life. It has given me a family. It has given me friends that I never would have had. I love Alcoholics Anonymous. I love the traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. I have worked to the best of my ability the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I'm still working on them every day. I want to tell you just a little bit about the last 6 months of my drinking. during that time, I thought it might be a good idea for me to go to Arizona and visit my first husband and his second wife. It wasn't. I was a mean drunk, and when I drank, like I said, I did crazy things. I decided over at Atlantic Beach one night, you know, they have one traffic light over there, or they did then, and I decided they needed somebody out in the middle of that intersection to direct traffic. So I got out in the middle of the intersection, and I was directing traffic, and a police car drove up, and a sheriff's car, and the police from Pine Knoll Shores came, and over from Morehead City. And at that time, my stepson was chief of police at Pine Knoll Shores, and they called him. And he came, and he laughed at them. He says, "Do you mean to tell me that you've got all these police officers here, and you can't get that little woman out of the middle of that intersection?" So the chief of police, I'm not going to tell you which one, I might get somebody in trouble, but the chief of police said he's going to put me in jail. And I backed up against the wall, and I said, "No, I am not going to jail. I will call your wife, and I will tell her about your hair-lip girlfriend over in Morehead City." I have never been in jail. One more little story, and you know, times are different than they were in 1975. Things change. Praise God that the program of Alcoholics Anonymous is still solid. The program of Alcoholics Anonymous still works. But I was drinking, one of those bad weekends, and I know that the men nowadays wear earrings in their ears. In fact, I see a lot of them nowadays with an earring in both ears. And that's your business. If you want to wear an earring in your ears, your navel, your nose, your tongue, that's your business. I don't care. I don't care today what you do about those things. I can accept you into my home group, and it doesn't bother me one bit. But back in 1975, it made a difference. I woke up one morning in an apartment building somewhere in Atlantic Beach, and I turned my head around, and there lay a man with an earring in his ear. And I said, "Oh my God." And I got out of there fast. Some things, a lot of things I don't remember. And I have not ever found it necessary to go to people and ask them if they remember anything that I did. I am fine not knowing any more than I know now. I've made my amends to the best of my ability today. If I hurt someone today, I hope that I will make amends tonight. That's the way I live my life with this program of Alcoholics Anonymous. I joined a group in Morehead City, and that's where I met Art. I drove up in my little Volkswagen Bug, and I'd been sober about a year and a half, and I drove up my little Volkswagen Bug, and someone pointed across the lawn at the church and says, "See that man over there? He's new in the area. His name's Art." So I immediately rolled down my window and I said, "Hi, Art." And that started a courtship, and we have now been married for 28 years. I have done a lot of service work in AA. I have been everything that you can be in the group, because I'm just like the rest of you, or the most of you. We don't smoke in some meetings now, but I've cleaned ashtrays. I served as secretary. I served as treasurer. I served as your DCM. I did and still will do anything that I can do for AA, because like I say, it saved my life. That's the reason that I am here today. The attitude of gratitude is your thing at this convention this weekend. And I'll have to say that I've had a little problem with that along the way. I couldn't get it together about an attitude of gratitude. As far as I can see, gratitude is an action word. But I've spent the day reading Dr. Bob and the Good Old Timers, and I now understand an attitude of gratitude. I understand what that means, and I think it's wonderful. Because to me, gratitude is an expression of true humility. Humility to me is very, very important in this program. And it is so elusive. Just as I think that I have done everything the way that I should, just as I think that I have arrived, that I am humble, that I have it all, it's gone. I've lost it. And to me, that is the secret of the attitude of gratitude. It's hanging on to that humility. Strive for it, but never think you've reached it. As I mentioned, I do love the 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm known in my home group, and several people that know me, as being the tradition person. You know, if you want to know something, go ask Jody. And the reason that I have learned and studied the traditions, I guess it's a selfish reason. AA was here when I got here. When I first started, some guys would pull up at my front door, and I would run out and say, "Where are we going tonight?" Because I knew we were going to a meeting and we were going to have a great time. And, you know, they would say, "Shut up and get in the car." That is the kind of AA that I grew up with. So, the thing I think that I want to get out most of all is that I want each one of you to be a guardian, each AA member, to be guardians of our traditions, so that Alcoholics Anonymous will be here for the next person that comes walking through that door. Thank you.